everyone, it's another Dragon Age Inquisition day today, and this will be the last stream for this year, 2024. We are at part 35 of our Chill Play Dragon Age Inquisition series. So let's get this journey. Let's continue where we left off, rather. Hello again. Hi everyone. It's me. How are you all doing? Okay, so like with every stream, we go to the war table first to do a few things.
An Inquisitor.
I always love this sort of a sunlight coming through the vulnerabilities on the wall. They still haven't fixed. Oh well, that's just how it is. Okay, first we have a look at our reports from our advisors. Gather metals. A shipment of resources has returned from the Gomorrah Peaks Inquisitor and has been routed to Skyhold, says Cullen. Thanks, Cullen.
That Dalish elf who joined us is eager, to say the least.
The Dalish possess great knowledge.
Ooh.
We should be honored to have him with us.
I'm very happy to hear that the guy from the Dalish camp has joined us and is contributing very well. It seems. Protect Villa Maurel from Darkspawn. Inquisitor, our scouts investigated the claims of attacks by Darkspawn on the chance that this was some trick or mistake. As it turns out, they were indeed Darkspawn, and they killed many townsfolk before the Grey Wardens intervened to stop them. Okay. That's sad. Oh, we chose the wrong advisor for that. It was bloody work, but the Wardens did what they needed to. Sister Liliana. Okay. Sad. That opens up another war table
Any
operation for
Venatori
us.
activity?
If my agents find anything, you will be the first to know.
Support from Navarra, a letter delivered to Skyhold. It was a pleasure meeting with your representatives. We are happy to lend Inquisition our support. Tyrion Veneto, on behalf of Her Grace, Duchess Amalia. Thanks. So we now have support from Navarra. Okay, I wanted to do this one first. Locate the missing Seekers. The envy demon at Therenfall Redoubt was impersonating the Lord Seeker, but the man himself or his body was never found. Cassandra believes Corypheus did something with him, and the other Seekers, as none of her order, numbered among the corrupted Templars. Assuming they left a trail, it might be possible to discover what happened. Okay, Liliana suggests that we go to the secret hideaways of the Seekers. Okay, let's do that.
Let's see what we have.
And let's find jobs for the others to do. False accusations. Cullen, your concerns regarding the lack of conclusive evidence found in the Wending Wood incident were well placed. Rumors of blood magic drew out our Templars as intended, it seems. Some mages say our men were responsible for the murders. More Templar zealots persecuting the innocent. What's worse, another murder was reported shortly after our people left. Lady Dahlia claims the victim was her daughter, not a mage at all, although it's rumored she sympathized with her plight. Witnesses say a Templar sigil was found nearby. After the events in Kirkwall and the fighting in the hinterlands, people fear extremists on both sides. If word spreads that we've lost control of the Templars, as the Chantry did before us, we may lose support from the nobility in Amaranthine, or worse, Denerim. A letter from Liliana. Liliana suggests that her agents infiltrate the mage group, spreading the rumors, or Josephine Says that Lady Dahlia claims ignorance of her daughter's political leanings. I doubt that's true. I think this is the Liliana thing as well. Oh, let's see. Anything that Josephine can do for us? To serve any master. Okay. Inquisitor, here's an interesting thing. Among the various things we found at Caer Bronac that belonged to its former mercenary inhabitants was a journal, and in it I found mention of several high-placed clerks in the Imperial Counting House who are, shall we say, known for their loose tongues. They sell what they know to mercenaries seeking to outbid others for work, but should we dispatch agents to speak with them? It would take, but should we dispatch agents to speak with them, it would take very little pressure to have them work exclusively for us. The agents would need to remain to watch over new friends, but I've been trying to place eyes on these positions for years, says Liliana. Okay, let's have Josephine work on this mission for us. With your permission, I'll send agents to quote-unquote secure these men straight away.
Inquisitor.
And let's find some work for Colin. Secure a route through the frostbacks. Let's see. Okay, secure a route through the frostbacks. Inquisitor, we explored the fallow mire after you cleared the place out. I've stumbled on an old road at least west of the frostbacks. If it's cleaned up, you could use it to shave weeks off a journey through the mountains. I'd rather be wet than freezing, says Scout Harding. Alright, Cullen suggests that we move troops east to west without risking the mountains. Let's keep this road for our soldiers, they can repair it. Or we can have Liliana's spies repair the route or the route, and that it will be perfect for our spies if it remains a secret. I can have my people cleared away. Or it will be great for merchants, says Josephine. They would pay a great deal for this route. They'd reward us handsomely for the location of the road. I think our soldiers need it the most, I feel, because Liliana's quite resourceful with her spies anyway. Let's have our soldiers clear the way and repair the route. It's gonna be 4 of them. Okay, well, that's going on while Liliana's trying to find the missing seekers. Let's continue our journey. According to my to-do list, I need to go back to the Emerald Graves, of course. I just wanted to check on... Okay, nothing. And it's sad that this quest is bugged to promote Cerberus. We'll have to wait until we get to judge someone else. Ooh, look at that. I'm wearing all purple except for my hat. Okay, I'll proceed to let's proceed to the Emerald Graves. I just want to check my journal very quickly to see what other things we need to do today. This one is in Emprise du Lion. This one is what we're working on right now, or at least Lilian is working on. This one is in the Emerald Graves and Emprise du Lion. This one is, I think, in Emerald Graves. And this one is something that we'll do some other time. This is a DLC. We've got a lot of quests to complete in the Emerald Graves. We haven't been to Emprise du Lion. This is just shards. And we're not doing that DLC yet. Here we'll have to get the Felindaris flower to complete this quest. Letter from a lover. Let's just forget this one. I don't need that. It's It's a repeat of a requisition from the hinterlands, and this one is quite easy. We'll get to that once we've got to Felandaris. Hissing ways, we've never been there. That's the last explorable map in this game. Alright, so let's focus on our Emerald Graves quests. We've got a lot to do in the Emerald Graves. I think these are just requisitions, are they? I'm still gonna travel to see. Okay, for this, I feel like Cassandra, Dorian, and Varric, because we have one quest for Varric here, seeing red, and we also have the personal quest for Cassandra here as well. Okay, let's go. Loading. I don't like my shield. I'll craft a new one off stream. Are these just requisitions? I feel like they might be.
Inquisition.
No, it's a guy called Johnson.
Ah, your worship. Just watching out for local wildlife. Little glory, but it has to be done. It's just one bear that's become a problem.
Really?
A huge one. Bigger than I've ever seen.
Okay,
It's rampaged
okay.
through camp a few times.
Oh
ripping
no,
apart our
that is a
supplies.
big
One
problem.
of our workers broke his leg trying to get away.
No.
Next time, we might not be so lucky.
Oh,
You
we'll
must be upset
do
with
that
its
right
territory.
away.
It's it or us, so far as it's concerned.
It's sad that we have to disturb the wildlife while we're here. A bear to cross a large territorial bear has been rampaging through the Inquisition camp. Look at how Varric is all decked out. Oh, I love his armor. Okay, which part? Just to the northeast. Let's get that done and dealt with. I love my cursor, but it's also so tiny that it's easy to, you know, misplace it, to lose it. And it disappears when I click. I don't know why. Prophet's Laurel. Oh, it's inside this cave. Oh, wow, look at that. That's the August thing. Oh, that is huge. Old scarred paw. Oh no, and he's got babies. I feel bad doing this. Wow, he's tough. Oh, what happened to me? I got pushed. Barricades. I don't want to hurt your barricades. I don't want to hurt your barricades. Oh, John Shepherd on YouTube. Welcome back to the stream. How have you been? Oh my, I feel bad that we have to eliminate this bear old scarred paw. Oops. Okay, die indeed. It's sad, but that's just how it is. Like the like our Inquisition soldier said, it's a Sortham. Oh, no loot. John on YouTube says we had 9 days of internet blackout. Sorry to hear that. That is a long time. I love this song. Okay, so I don't know why we weren't able to go there. Lol. Okay, let's just fast travel through through here. Hi Fairbanks, how you doing? And I think that it's through here that we have to exit to the
You think
north.
the camp's just asking for trouble?
Don't be so neggy. Don't be so negative. We have to. Who's gonna help you guys if I don't leave your camp? I don't even. I'm not from here, okay? Well, none of us is from here. This is the Emerald Graves after all.
Raste's blessing, Inquisitor.
Hello, hello. John says, finally you are at the place of great bears. I love bears. It's sad that we have to hurt them. Eliminate them for our own safety and that of our soldiers. Ooh, enemies ahead. Enemies up ahead. Who are these weirdos? Oh! It's the Freemen. Who do you think you are? Freeman orders. Scribbled notes. Did you hear? Sister Cousteau has fallen. Oh, I remember that from the previous stream. I'm surprised it took so long. She was soft. Unfortunately, we also lost the rest we were going to send to Suladin. Okay, so those prisoners from Fairbanks's team or group of rebels were supposed to be sent to Suladin. We have to make sure this doesn't happen again. Well, it will happen again because you're all dead. Okay, they're all carrying the same orders, I suppose. John says, I had to kill around 100 of them every time to max out my crit chance. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of killing. Bears. Bears, bears, bears. Okay, let's go northwest. I love how beautiful this place is. Very pretty. Ooh, is that a lion with wings? Lion wings. Flying lions! You know the expression, when pigs fly? Oh, now we have to worry about flying lions too. Oh no. John says, Bangladesh is going through a massive turmoil. Oh. Where the Muslims are exiling people. Oh. Okay. That sounds really sinister and scary. And if I'm not mistaken, you live close to Bangladesh, right? Close to the border with Bangladesh? If only the world could be a bit more peaceful, like the Emerald Graves minus the bears and the giants and all that. Oh, this is beautiful. It's Villa Maurel. Oh, is this one of the Freemen's? What do you call that? You know. Hideouts. That is the word for it. Do not let them near the villa. Well, too late. I'm here. Oh wow, is this the entrance? Ooh, it's one of those secret things.
Let's look around.
Oh, there must be something Must be something here. Must be something inside. Varric, lead the way. Oh, that looks ominous. What is that? John says, I kind of live near the border and we had a huge clash between two religions. Oh, the government didn't want the news to get out and cause further escalation, so they cut the internet. Oh no. If only the world would be a bit more peaceful and that people wouldn't suffer and all that. It's really sad that things like that happen. A midwife's journal. This time-worn diary was found amongst more valuable items. It is bound in leather and has a solid silver trim, which might be why it was saved. A few entries can still be made out. 16 herring 9 8. Okay. Dragon Age? 9? The 9th age? Okay, this has been the coldest winter I can remember. Even the river is frozen. No one should be out there, not in this blizzard, so you can imagine my surprise when there was a knock on my gate. A young woman. She's looking for the Fairbanks cottage. Oh, so this is related to Fairbanks. Interesting. Wow, okay, so we found, what do you call that? A proof of his noble ancestry, or whatever. I go out. I say to her, nothing fair about this weather, but yes, you are at the right place. Okay, so this place was called the Fairbanks Cottage. She throws back her cloak and I see she's heavy, less than 2 weeks away. Please help. She is almost in tears. I bring her into the house and set her by the fire with some tea and slippers. She is young, not more than 20. Her hands are smooth. They have not seen a day of work in her life. Her clothes are travel-stained, but fine. The cloak must be worth at least 50 royals. Beautiful blue, trimmed with phosphor. Oh, if only it was phosphor instead. Anyway, her name is Bernice, but she won't say anymore. Many girls come here not wanting to say who they are. I understand. Okay, so could it be an orphanage of some sort? 25 herring, 9 8. Bernice has had the baby, a boy, healthy, full head of hair. She named him Everest. She tried to pay me with a heavy gold locket, a falcon on its face. I asked her what it was. It looks valuable. She says it's her father's, and she doesn't care to have it anymore. I tell her she might not, but her son might one day want to know where he's from. 1 Winter March 9/9, a new year. Bernice should be healthy enough to leave, but it's still cold and I just cannot turn her out. I will ask her to stay and be my assistant. I have needed help for a while. My fingers are not as nimble as they used to be. Clever girl, she will make a fine apprentice. Okay. Tune, 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 tune. John on YouTube says, first, it started for only 2 days, but gradually they kept increasing. And internet was out from one Friday to the Monday, 1 whole week later. Oh, so was that what happened with your internet? Was it tied to the political unrest? Skazfish on Twitch. Hello, welcome. Thank you for the heart. Welcome. How are you both doing? I hope you guys wait for us. Just wait for us, we'll be there. Duhame's notes, the shipments are prepared, and once again the rats from Watcher's Reach are getting in my way. One woman got far enough into my camp to look into the crates, scrounging for food, no doubt. Sneaky little peasants. Perhaps traps next time? Oh my. This Duhame guy is definitely someone we have to deal with later. Tune. What is that pink thing? Oh, Varric, brother. Here we are. It's the last lyrium, red lyrium, for you to observe as I bash through it. Okay, let's... Oh, don't go anywhere, Varric. Face this way. There, 1, 2, 3. There you go. Are you happy now? Have I cheered you up? Gasfish on Twitch says, "We are well. I'm happy to hear that. Wait for us." John says, "It's a very volatile situation here right now. Things can go south anytime. Bangladesh is completely blowing up right now, and where I live, we have 50-50 Hindu and Muslim population, so it's scary. It's really sad when there's political and religious unrest happening in the world." Oh, we need a key for that villa. I don't understand why. I mean, I understand, you know, it's hard for people to just get along well. But I hope... Who's Maleficent? Elephant? This guy is huge. Who are you? Oh, it's Duhaime! Okay, Duhaime is huge. How did you get that big? Is he an Avar? He looks like an Avar. Yeah, I wish in the future that people can just get along and accept their differences. Because I do feel really bad when you know, bad things happen to innocent people. Gasfish on Twitch says, "Lol, no, you're good. I just figured to leave something on my phone while we play." Oh, okay. No problem. Have you got your
One less for Fairbanks to worry about.
Yay. That's right, Brother Barrick. Have you got your gaming laptop sorted out? Glittering Darmalin. This is for warriors. 172 AoE. Damage plus 6% critical damage bonus plus 25% Sunder on hit. 10% chance to grant 2 seconds of walking fortress. Sounds interesting. And we got a key as well. And a tier 2 common cloth crafting material. Now we can enter the villa. I remember entering this villa in my first playthrough. Years ago. The Betrayer. Ooh, Mafarath. Remember Mafarath when we first entered Valrio? Like 20 plus streams ago. Even Mafarath the Betrayer had a part to play. Who are we to say elves do not? From a sermon given by Sister Amity at the conclusion of the Exalted March of the Dales. I hate these chantry folk. Rationalizing their Exalted March and all that.
So these books you write, Varric, who actually reads them?
I do.
Anyone with some taste and lust for adventure.
And that's a lot of people. Do the southern masses even know how to read?
Wow, Dorian.
Such an elitist.
Dorian, don't be
Yes,
like that,
I
my
left
brother.
my homeland, Varric. I didn't up and turn peasant.
Okay, I'm gonna quote that one day. Oh, you're such a queen, Dorian. That's why I love you. Dorian is my spirit animal. Oh, what did we get? Is this for, Oh, it is for Fairbanks. An old painting in a carved wooden frame. Paint has rubbed off in some places, carved into the back of the frame. Lord Euro Lemarque. The portrait shows the Lord as he must looked over 40 years ago. He bears a striking resemblance to Fairbanks. Could that be Fairbanks's grandpa, Lord Euro Lemarque? Interesting. So this must have been his estate. Why does that bear a striking resemblance to Aveline? I don't know. John says that dude ate other 10 dudes. That's why he grew too big. Duhaime's notes. August has made progress in the Exalted Plains. No, he hasn't. We've cleared the Exalted Plains. We are together in this, but Maker's breath now that irks me. That weapon or whatever secret is hidden in those glyphs is mine by rights. Maleficent trusts me most. Who is this Maleficent elephant guy? Bah, he won't have it. Not while I live. Sure, Duhaime. Sure. Whatever. Say your piece. You're dead now anyway. Hi. Scazfish says you're welcome. Yes, we got the laptop. I'm so happy to hear that. Are you both playing at the same time? That will make things easier for us later. If we are all in the same group. Let's have this readable. Oh, see, Dorian, look, someone's been reading. Hard in Hightown, Chapter 9 by Varric Tethras. Donan Branakovich was running out of leads to chase. He only had 2 weeks left until retirement. Just 2 weeks to find the man who'd murdered a magistrate and a Hightown nobleman. If Captain Handelin didn't kick him from the ranks first. The dock stank of piss and rotting fish, as foul as the men and women who worked there. That's a bit mean. But that was where Donan had to go to find the raider Captain Belladonna. We know who that is, who had broken into the Comte de Favre's home. The Dragon's Jewels was a big boat. She liked big boats, and she cannot lie. The pointy bits towered majestically over the water. That roundish wooden part seemed like it could crush armadas beneath its, poop. I don't know. Wood, I guess. It was the greatest boat in the history of boats. But even from the dock, Donna knew something was wrong. He ran. That was bad writing there, Varric. Let me give you some tips. He ran up the gangplank to find a dead sailor on the deck and a blood trail leading down into the hold. Donan drew his sword and followed. His eyes still hadn't adjusted to the dimness of the lower decks when he tripped over a second dead sailor. Stabbed in the gut and left where he'd fallen. The body was still warm. The ship creaked with every swell of the waves. Donan held his breath and crept deeper into the hold. He barely deflected the blade in time. Steel rang against steel. Donan parried a second blow, still half blind in the low light. The third swing got past his guard and left a wicked slash in his forearm. "Nobody attacks my crew, you flaming pile of dog poop!" The attacker swore, and Donan recognized her voice. "Hold! Kirkwall City Guard!" he shouted, barely bringing his blade up in time. "You again?" Donan's eyes finally began to adjust, and he could make out Captain Belladonna. She was clutching her ribs with her right hand, a dagger in her left, and was covered in enough blood that Donan was sure it wasn't all hers. She glowered at him. "Could have used a guard not 5 minutes ago. Useless as ever." She grudgingly lowered her weapon. Donan sheathed his sword. "Who did this?" "Don't know, didn't care to ask," she sniffed. "Bastard killed 2 of my men before I cut off his head and he bolted." She waved indifferently toward the rear of the hold. "It's over there somewhere." "Did he take the Comte's shipment?" Donan asked. "No, if that's what this was about, you can have it." She limped over to a trunk and removed a bundle of cloth tied with twine. She threw it at Donan's feet. "Good riddance." Okay. It's getting more action-packed in in the past few chapters. John says Dorian is in Velgard. Yes, I've seen the photos. I don't approve of his new look, but he's still my friend. I'm still gonna support him. Scazfish on Twitch says yes, we are indeed. Yay! Woohoo! John says, Doris, you face this all over the internet already. That's true. I'll only talk about combat if you want. I think I'm okay. I want to see it for myself, I guess. It will take me a long time to play Velgard.
The Freemen's leader should be holed up here.
Oh.
This place has seen better days.
These men are thugs. What do you expect?
Yes, Cassandra. Yes, milady. Look at all these paintings. I want them. If only we could decorate our Inquisition's quarters. I love decorating. This is why Fallout 4 is one of my favorite games. I love decorating. It's one of my hobbies. My hobbies. Oh, a readable. Maleficent's journals. Maleficent kept several journals. This one spans the time Maleficent spent as a sergeant in the Imperial Army. I see Laurent's death. Yves Saint Laurent. Oh, Yves Saint Laurent. Never mind. Okay, let's be serious about this letter. I see Laurent's death in my mind all the time. The man who killed her, one of the usurper's soldiers, was familiar. I wouldn't be surprised if I once shared a drink with him. Isn't that how it is now? Brother against brother. The priest told me to remember Laurent's life, not her death, so I try to recall years past, the countless times she saved me. Or she shaved me. I mean, she could also do his hair, right? And his beard, but whatever. She saved me. The day we first met, when I was a young recruit who almost pissed himself at her barked orders. Because of her, I learned discipline and control. She instilled in me pride in what we did. She taught me how to use a sword. More importantly, she taught me how to keep it sheathed. Okay. I'm gonna stop laughing. Sorry. The sheath thing is an inside joke between me and Rose. She was fearless, strong, regal, and she was cut down like a common peasant by someone we may have once known. Will anyone remember her? Will Celine? Okay, so Maleficent and Laurent were fighting on Celine's side. Some pages later, there is a new soldier in our battalion, Gordian. I remember Gordian from the Exalted Plains. He's an odd fella with an accent I can't place, like he'd spent time in the marches. It doesn't matter, in the end, he's been a comfort listening to me talk about those who died. He also lost friends in Celine's war, and he's tired like we are. He said a very wise thing: there is no war without soldiers. The Empress can't wage her war if we refuse to fight. Orlais should belong to Orlesians. Oh, that is an interesting statement. Is Empress Celine not Orlesian? Does she have free marches or Ferelden blood? I wonder. We'll probably find out more about her in the coming stream, in the coming quests. Especially in the main quest, Wicked Hearts, Wicked Minds, or something like that.
Should we look around?
Sure thing, brother. Ooh. Let's take this. Another bottle?
Part
No.
of a key.
It's
There's
just
a rune
part of key.
inscribed on it, or part of one.
John says, I have tested multiple builds and have broken the game. Oh, okay. That's cool. Only thing I didn't try was Mage. Warrior's the most broken class. I'd love to play as a warrior in Belgard. I think we made our character on one stream and we made a warrior. So I'm happy to know that it's a fun class to play. Wait, everyone disengage. Oh, okay, he's super. John says, yeah, I absolutely hate what they did to Dorian's face. I think whenever new art style they chose, they couldn't replicate the Inquisition face. Yeah, I'm not very fond of their art. Their art style. Definitely, it's not something that I love. I fully embrace. But it's okay. I don't. It's just one thing. It's just one thing. I think with all of my the games that I like or I love, those that I enjoy.
No, nothing recent anyway.
Oh, we can eavesdrop. There's always one thing that I dislike. For example, with Inquisition, I dislike the combat. But I still love it as a game. It's my second favorite game. There are things that I dislike about, you know, Fallout 4, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. There are things that I dislike even about my favorite game. My most favorite great game. Pages from Lord Maurel's journal, the journal of one of the villa's former owners. The current occupants toss it aside. That's disrespectful. Artem is the very soul of discretion. I could have a Templar to dinner and they would be none the wiser. You mean none the wiser? Okay, I'm not gonna critique someone's writing. If the Templars haven't gone off to do Maker's knows what, I might try it. Valerie complains, but the Empress herself has such an advisor. Why not me? His services are useful and no one could better ensure our security. No matter. The distractions of the city will ease her mind soon enough. Okay, I don't know. I don't understand the layout of this place. I don't know what's the most efficient way to explore it, but let's just try our best. Okay. Now we are at the courtyard. Let's get rid of these Freemen first. It's a shame. I love the Freemen. I love their Legion armor. John says it's like drawing with watercolor versus crayons. It can't create the same thing. That is true. I agree with you on that. John says they did dirty to my rogue class. Rogue is so weak except for only one build. No stealth and the whole assassin playstyle is gone. Oh no. Sorry to hear that. Oh, this guy is elephant. He's the elephant in the room. Let's talk about the elephant. Malephant. The room. Wow, he's a yellow guy. He's quite fast, but he's no match.
That seems to be the last of them.
I'm guessing that was the man in charge.
We struck a blow against the Freemen.
Yay!
From what we've heard,
Yes.
I'm not sorry to see him go.
Alright, Red Templar's orders, a letter bearing the Templar seal. Have a chat with Maleficent. Make sure everything's running smoothly. Okay, so the Red Templars are the actual people in charge here. While there, see if any of his men might wish to volunteer their services in Emprise de Lyon. Is he Calpurnia? I wonder. We could always use a few more. Be discreet. Maleficent's still useful. I doubt he remains so if he thinks we're stealing his soldiers. Oh no.
Red Templars.
They're all...
Seems we interrupted their meeting with the Templars.
They weren't expecting us.
They're all using
Whatever
each
they
other.
came for might still be here.
Yes, Cassandra. Let's go look around them. John says, every Dragon Age game I started with a sneaky assassin build, and Veilguard you literally can't do that, plus they deal less than half damage compared to Warrior. Oh. Oh no. John says malicious elephant. Yeah. Maleficent is a malicious elephant. It's so sad. Elephants are cute. Elephants are cute. Oh my, look at that. Look at that PBR. I'm conflicting things. I love how shiny the floors are. Oh, okay, so these floors are also shiny, so let's not feel bad about these floors being less shiny than the others. Okay, anything else here? We've been through these rooms, the East Hall, but is there anything else that we haven't? No. Oh, okay. I don't know why we missed this bedroom. A servant's letter, a neatly penned note addressed to the villa's former owner. My lord, everything is in order for your departure. I've granted leave to all non-essential staff and arranged transportation for the time you requested. I have taken the liberty of securing the more valuable items in your personal storeroom. I trust you will find everything to your satisfaction, Artem. Okay, so Artem is his butler. And the previous occupant of this wow, that is a creepy statue. Of this villa, Lord Morel, left, probably presuming assuming. I feel like he probably left because of the war here in eastern Orlais. Okay, now we are back in the courtyard. Crystal grays. I love crystal grays. It looks so pretty. Anything else here? Ooh, the study. Wow, look at that. It's so cute. I love this. It's so pretty. Another readable, The Exalted March of the Dales. The chantry story of the Exalted March of the Dales paints a picture of the righteous faithful arrayed against heathen savages. But I have long studied the Dales, and I find the quote-unquote acceptable version of the tale to be a poor one, laden with overt pro-chantry and pro-human biases, as you can expect. Thus it is my moral imperative to propose an alternate interpretation, that the Exalted March of the Dales was nothing more than an expansionist ploy hiding behind the mask of faith. It is easy to see on any map how large the Dales are. More importantly, they stand between Orlais and the rest of the south, and would likely have represented a significant obstacle to the Empire's expansion into Ferelden. Naturally, we stood to benefit from propagating the narrative of hostile, unreasoning people attacking innocent missionaries and making blood sacrifices of good Andrastian babe. Amazing. Did they really say that the Dalish elves were doing that? That's ridiculous. The likely truth is that the elves merely wish to maintain sovereignty over lands promised to them by Blessed Andraste herself, when the humans showed clear intent to undermine their autonomy. Of course, the elves reacted by becoming increasingly isolationist, which suited the Empire perfectly. Okay. Here was a kingdom that spurned diplomatic overtures and that refused to lend aid during the Second Blight when the Darkspawn attacked Montsimard. The Dalish kingdom could not be anything but a dormant threat, one that needed to be crushed before it awoke. Scholars point to the massacre at Red Crossing as the impetus for the Chantry's declaration of an exalted march on the Elven kingdom in the Dales. They conveniently ignore the fact that no one alive truly knows what happened at Red Crossing or why the elves attacked. The Chantry's response to the Elven aggression that resulted in the slaughter of hundreds was predictable. But in light of my thesis, perhaps we should re-examine the events of Red Crossing and wonder if the attack was truly unprovoked, or whether it is possible that someone saw benefit in sacrificing an entire village to justify the subjugation of an entire people. From a new perspective on the Exalted March, a pamphlet by an anonymous author published in the University of Orlais in 912 Dragon. What a brave person, writing against the Chantry. John says, Rose says, I completely understand the frustration. A lot of things change, I suppose. Let's not talk about Veilguard, though, since there's a lot of debate about the game online at the moment. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, a lot of things changed. And I think it's quite subjective. Some things are, some people might be okay with the changes, some people might not. Maleficent's journals. Maleficent kept several journals. This one appears recently written. I don't know what we're doing anymore. Our hearts were pure when we started. I have to wonder if we've lost our way. The Templars are terrifying. When I speak to the Knight Captain, I feel uneasy. There is something unsettling about his eyes and voice. They keep making offers. More shipments to guard. More men to be escorted to their keep. No. No more grousing. I can't let my doubts show. Others take their cue from me. They must stay strong. It's just for a little while longer, then we'll get what we want. We'll be free. That's really sad. All these free men just wanted freedom, and, well, one bad thing is that they wanted to control this part of Orlais. Now, that is bad, but they were used by the Red Templars. Oh, is there something here? How am I supposed to do this? Help me. Wow. You know, I'll come back for that. John says, I'm only talking about my experience with playing rogue class. I didn't see any single YouTuber talk about that, so I don't think it's a debate. I'm not talking about anything regarding internet. Okay. Oh, we need a rune engraved key for that. And this is the study. Yeah, I don't mind you talking about the rogue class, definitely. It's okay. Andras's sacrifice, plus 10% cooldown modifier, chance on hit, taunt all enemies within 8 meters for 4 seconds. The wearer of this amulet regenerates mana or stamina at a higher rate. Restriction rogue or mage only against all odds. Inquisition scouts discovered this amulet under the charred fallen rafters of a burned down chantry. A mage who examined it said it felt like all the power in the world. Okay, it's in a burned down chantry, but we found it here. That's a bit weird, right? Oops. Oh, look at that. Is that Andraste? That's pretty. Rose says, but it's best not to even critique it to avoid any debates or heated discussions on the chat. Yeah, I can agree with that too. Let's just focus on Inquisition since this is what we're playing right now. John Shepard says, there's an arena in the game where you can test out different builds. Oh, that's cool. That's probably a first, right? That's interesting. I'm just talking about me, myself, and I tried different builds with both warrior and rogue. And he adds, he won't talk anything related to Veilguard. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah. It's safer that way, I guess. Is this bugged? I don't know what to do with this. Okay, there is something here. Let's just bash it for now. Oh, and there's also that readable there. John Rose says, yes, but I'm saying we should just leave Veilguard out of it. It's a warrant to avoid timeout. Continuously talking about Veilguard, which isn't what we're playing, just doesn't make sense. John says, it's not a critique, I was just talking about what build works and what doesn't, like a build guide video. That would be great if you could make a build guide video for others to,
Red lyrium.
They must have been smuggling it for the Templars.
enjoy, I guess, to learn from. Because those are the things I'm good at figuring out, says John. Nothing controversial. Yeah, Rose says we haven't even played it outside of character creation. Might be a while until we do, so let's leave it, so we can experience it ourselves. Yeah, I think it would be safer if we could focus on Inquisition, as that's what we're playing right now. We still don't have the key for that, just so we don't end up, you know, kind of talking a bit too much about a game that we haven't really been playing. A letter to Maleficent. Maleficent, I'm sending men to discuss some changes. It's nothing dire. You'll find the demands perfectly reasonable. We're willing to compensate you for any inconvenience. I wanted our relationship to be mutually beneficial. It's been going so well, each of us with our crusades. Says C. I wonder if C is Calpurnia, or another C person who's like the leader of the Red Templars. Ooh. The red lyrium that they were talking about. Another readable, Maleficent's journals. Maleficent kept several journals. This one details the founding of the Freemen of the Dales. August and I have established outposts in the Emerald Graves. We are spreading the word to both armies. I'm sick of good Elysian men and women dying for someone else's cause. It ends now. Orlais should belong to us. The people who defend her borders, who till her fields. If we're to fight and kill for something, let it be that. Several pages later, Templars approach us. They are not the order I knew, but they have offered weapons and gold if we help bring their supplies through the Emerald Graves. If we are to free the Dales from the grasp of the nobility, we need what they have to offer. It's a deal with a demon, but our cause is worthwhile. Okay, they dug their own grave. An official appraisal. A note addressed to the villa's former owner lies next to an unusual device. Lord Morel, I posed a few questions to my contacts in the White Spire. Discreetly, of course, lest they want to piece the piece for themselves. From what I can gather, the device, rustically dubbed as Lyrium Eperlan, is meant to restore broken runes. They are not widely used. Some suggest that if the rune were affixed to an object, the device could restore the item itself, although I was unable to confirm the truth of this. This is purely academic, as it requires a mage to function. It is nevertheless a rare piece, prized among the collectors of curiosities. I trust you are pleased with the purchase. Sincerely, Emile Fabre, collector and purveyor of unique ephemerae. Oh, interesting. So, Lord Morel bought this thing that could restore runes, if I'm not mistaken. John Shepard says, I can build a video of Warrior where you can one-shot everything. Yeah, it's up to you. Of course, it is your channel. After all, you can post guides as you wish. I think that will benefit a lot of people.
Still need something.
Oh, we need runes for this. Alright, let's try to do this again. John says the real question is what life experience made the elephant so malicious. I don't know. It's not even a real elephant. Oh my, do I have to reload for this? I don't really know. This is so funny. John says maybe he didn't have enough peanuts to eat while growing up. That's really sad. But he's not even human. I mean, he is human. He's not a real elephant. I feel like I vaguely remember experiencing this bug too in the past. Oh well, let's move on for now. I can have someone else interact with it. John says, nah, I won't. Even a build video is getting heavily disliked on YouTube right now. I don't want to be called a shill. That's so sad. It's just a build video. That's a bit mean. I don't understand why people would be so, you know. I mean, if they hate something, right? That's okay. Like, keep it to themselves. Or, you know, make a video about it, but don't attack others who might be enjoying it. Like, I don't understand why they would dislike someone else's build video. Oh my, it's informative. Oh, okay, let's just move. Let's just go ahead and try to find something else. I also don't understand the word shill. Like, I don't understand the usage of it in things like video games. Because what if someone actually likes it, right? I don't know. A lot of things, a lot of artistic things are, you know. Okay, we already found a way to reassemble the rune key. A lot of artistic things are, after all, very, very subjective. Even food is subjective. As someone who has a lot of opportunities, who has had a lot of opportunities, you know, dining, I can say that food is very subjective as well. Lady Maurel's diary, the diary of one of the villa's former owners. The current occupants toss it roughly aside. You mean the Freemen. All this fuss over Gaspard and Celine, the talk was amusing enough. Now we hear of conflicts between the Imperial Army and the soldiers supporting that usurper. That's talking about Gaspard. The thought of them coming here is frightful. Mother is right, our most fashionable acquaintances will summer in the city. We should do the same. Ramon is stubborn, of course. All his little tricks and trinkets are here. I indulge his eccentricities, mostly to annoy Mother, but we cannot have everything sent to Val Royeaux on such short notice. He does insist we keep Artem on. He refuses to do without that man's services. I suppose he views Artem as another piece of his collection. Still, such devotion to a servant. Well, maybe your husband is having an affair with Artem. Have you considered that, Mrs. Morel? Lady Morel? Is he so fond of the man? You should be jealous of Artem instead of looking down on him. Another one of these readables. Sexuality and thetis. What I find most interesting is that despite the lack of open discussion on matters of human sexuality, there is commonality to be found on the subject in all Andrastian lands. This is a very spicy topic. Typically, one's sexual habits are considered natural and separate from matters of procreation and only among the nobility. Where procreation involves issues of inheritance and the union of powerful families is considered of vital importance. Yet even there, a noble who has done their duty to the family might be allowed to pursue their own sexual interests without raising eyebrows. A copy of this book in what I assume to be Lord Morel's bedroom, quarters. Kind of like strengthen our theory that he is having an affair with his butler Artem. If you are indulging lust with a member of the same gender, you mean the same sex? Okay, well, I'm not even going to comment on that. The word choice varies from land to land. In Orlais, it is considered a quirk of character and nothing more, and for Weldon, it is a matter of scandal if done indiscreetly, but otherwise nothing noteworthy. In Tevinter, it is considered selfish and deviant behavior among nobles, but actively encouraged with favored slaves. That's really weird. That's a bad dynamic. That's like a power dynamic problem. Nowhere is it forbidden, and sex of any kind is only considered worthy of judgment when taken to awful excess or performed in the public eye. Of course, in any reality, that is very wrong. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, the Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genitivi. I can't believe Brother Genitivi wrote a chapter on sexuality, on spiciness. John says, but that's just how the internet works, Rose. It's sad because I don't remember the internet being like that in the past. I don't know. A lot of things have changed over the years, I guess. John says, another thing I love about Veilguard is the lighting. The cinematics and idle chatter camera angles have excellent lighting. Another thing better than the other games that you know. Excellent lighting. That's really cool. I do love beautiful games in terms of lighting and cinematics and all that. Okay, I guess we are done with Villa Maurel except for that one small part that we that readable that we couldn't really interact with. Okay, let's go to this thingy here that Lord Morel purchased. Okay, we need Dorian for that. Dorian, where did you even... why are you outside? What have you been doing snooping around? Find a use for the rune key. I almost said ruin key. I love these tapestries. Or is that... oh, that's stained glass, rather. I love stained glass. It's so pretty. Yay!
So here's where they kept the good stuff.
Oh yeah, brother. Varric is excited to loot, I presume. I am very excited to loot as well. Okay, we're kind of getting full. Okay, one last time. We are gonna attempt to read this readable. If not, I'll do it off stream. If I saved here, can I reload. Yeah, I can. Rose says, "This is your second warning, John. This is the third time we result in a timeout. No more critiques or thoughts about Veilguard. One message here or there about Veilguard or any other game is fine, but not repeatedly just talking about one game. We should be focusing on the stream after all." Yeah, while I appreciate, you know, like, mentioning your opinions about any game that you've played recently, of course you're open to do that. I feel like if that's if it's not the game that we're currently playing, it's a bit off, because I wouldn't know what to say either, because I haven't played the game. I feel like it's not a, I don't know. For me, I feel like it's not a fair discussion. Or I don't know. That's just me. You know what? I'll do that off stream. Okay, let's get out of this Villa Maurel. Are we gonna get stopped by someone like we did in the Lost Temple of Dirthaman? Yeah, I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, in a lot of VTuber streams, you're not even allowed to talk about, particularly Japanese VTuber streams, you're not allowed to talk about something that's not related to the stream, to the game that's being played on the stream, I think. I'm not really sure. I don't usually, I just usually lurk to support my favorite VTubers. I'm not a chatter. I like watching them while okay. Maybe we should go west. I like watching them while I'm lying down comfortably in bed with Rose, and we're just watching, you know, Japanese or Western VTubers. I guess that's what we do. We don't participate in the chat because I feel like I watch streamers, YouTubers in general, VTubers as well. Sort of like, how do you go north of this? Sort of like a TV series, you know? Like a TV show. So that's what, at least that's what I do. That's why I kind of like know about the rules of some of these streams, where they're not allowed to talk about anything that's not related to this current game that is being played by the VTuber. But you know, to each their own, of course. I'm fine with talking about, what is this, behemoth? Thinks it's not very related, but I guess like if it's like a controversial thing, then I guess it's not very, you know, advantageous for all of us. Mia Eminus on YouTube, welcome back, says, "Hey everyone, sorry I'm late. Well, hope everyone has a good weekend." I hope you're having a good weekend as well, Mia. I'm trying my best to finish Emerald Graves today, although I don't know if we can do that. It took us so long to complete Villa Maurel. Here are the Red Templars. They were about to meet with the Freemen at the jails. John says, "Hit pause and try to click it." Yeah, I've been doing that. Sadly, it doesn't work. I'll try to find a way off stream. It is just a readable after all. A broken filter. Mia says, "Thank you so much, Rose. I hope you're having an awesome day too. Welcome back. I hope that everything is fine with you there in Bangkok if you are still in Bangkok. Is it still too hot or is it getting colder? I love these August Ram, not August Ram. August is the name of one of the Freemen leaders. Mia says, apologies if I'm jumping ahead, but have you done the Chateau d'Anter? I don't think so. There's so many rams here. No problem, Mia. But sadly we haven't done that part yet. Oh, we have a waterfall over there. Let's check that out first. Yeah, I don't think I've done Chateau d'Anter. Yeah. Just Villa Maurel. It took us a while because there were so many readables. There were just too many readables. John says, August Rams are Hala who are wearing a grey coat. Are they cold? They're a bit cold. I hope they're warm and cozy. I really loved Villa Maurel. I wish we could just move in there. The inner circle of the Inquisition should just take that and renovate it. No, not renovate it, clean it up. It doesn't need to be renovated, it's pretty already. The beautiful paintings, as well as the lovely floors. Are they marble? They're blue and white. I've never seen blue marble before, and I am quite adept at interior design. I've had experience. Okay, so this is our camp. Let's go west. Mia says, honestly, the weather here has been amazing this week, so I'm grateful for it. And yes, the August Ram color is such a vibe. True. True. Oh, thank you for the loot, Inquisition soldiers. Rose says, a bit chilly there. She's speaking from experience, but maybe things have changed. It should be chilly here now too, a little, but it isn't. We're suffering in the heat. I'm feeling like going to Thailand again. We've been early this year already, so maybe next year, maybe early next year. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, look at that. This is the best place to get ambushed. It looks pretty though. Rose says, Mia, I'm glad it's not too hot. I was actually talking about the game. Oh, the game. I thought it was Bangkok. Mia says, thank you, Rose. It's 84 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's so cool and breezy. It's perfect. I'm glad that it's cool and breezy. I don't know. It looks like it might rain here today, where we live. Too bad. There's a fair nearby. Oh, sadly. Oh, what are these? What are these statues? Oh, and there's a door here. I hope we can access it. Probably later. John says, by the way, there's cheat ability for warriors in Inquisition. If you spam it, then you'll kill everything in seconds. I didn't include that in builds. Oh no, that's a bit that's a bit too overpowered. But thank you for letting me know. Oh, what is that huge thing? Is that a great bear? Oh no. Oh no, it's pillaging that camp, but it's probably a Red Templar camp. Can you please stop screeching in my... I'm so angry. Please, that was loud too when I'm wearing earphones. Can you please just... That behemoth was screeching into my ear. That's just mean. Ooh, pure red lyrium and intense red lyrium. What is the difference? Just one of them is tier 2, one of them is tier 3. Okay, anything else you are hiding here? No. Let's go complete this, or rather close this rift here. Mia says, how's the weather in Japan now? I don't know. I'm not currently in Japan. I'm not sure. I think it's cold. I haven't asked my cousin. Last time I talked to him, I sent him a message. It was about, I told him that I have a friend from university who's building computers, and that he could buy, or he could tell his friends to buy from her. And he hasn't replied ever since. Silly little cousin. By the way, if you're watching right now, I'm not calling you silly. I love you. I also sent him my cover single, which is now available on most streaming platforms, including Spotify and Apple Music, Deezer as well, and iHeartRadio. So if you haven't, please do check it out. And then he said something like, "Mo psycho da." Mo psycho da. He said it's the best. I don't know if he's just saying that because he loves me. Because they're family. I don't know. I hope he wasn't just saying that. John says it's a known bug that BioWare never fixed. Instead of dealing 200% damage, it deals over 600, and the skill has no cooldown. Wow, that's cool. It is sad that there are bugs that they haven't fixed, you know, but I do encounter that in a lot of games. I mean, Assassin's Creed Valhalla keeps crashing on me, especially towards the end of the base game. It kept crashing and crashing. It was so awful, but it was still okay, you know, I still love the game. That's just how it is. There are things that I may not like about a game, but I'll still love it. I'll still find things to love about it. And they also haven't fixed that bug where Solus would talk to you about talking to the Chantry nuns. The Chantry sisters in Val Royeaux when you just, I don't know, been walking around the hinterlands for like 2-3 hours. It's quite silly, but that's just how it is. it's nice to know that there are still, I'd say, maybe some people might call it exploits. Some people might call them exploits, some people might call them features. That can still be used in the game currently, at the moment. But usually, based on my experience of living in Japan, around this time, it's almost December, it should be cold. I remember celebrating my birthday in October and I already had to wear, what do you call that? The Nick Valentine thing? The Nick Valentine type of coat? The ones that, the one that detectives usually wear in those noir movies. A trench coat. But that was a long time ago, because in our recent stay in Japan, it was still a bit, I don't know, not too chilly, even in November. So, you know, things have been changing when it comes to
Keep your wits about you. The jails are
temperature
treacherous.
and climates and all that. Cassandra, don't worry about it, we're okay. Australia. Let's try this. Okay, you know what? I'll do this off stream. I don't think I can do that. It's a bit too challenging for me. I don't know if Rose remembers last time we were living in Japan, if it was already chilly in late November. I really can't remember. I was injured, so it wasn't a very good time for me. But that's just how it is. Rose says, I think it started to cool down in November. Okay, so it must be called, it must be I can't talk well today. It must be cold right now. A little chilly. Well, it depends also on where you live, because, you know, my cousin lives somewhere else. It's outside of Tokyo, but we used to live in Tokyo. Examine. Torn pages. Nothing to hunt for days. No deer, no hares, nothing. Wendig says we're at least halfway through the forest. He's the only one who's traveled these parts, so we had to take his word. Wendig, the minute we get out of here and back to the town, we are ditching that shifty-eyed bastard. It's not just that he's a mage, he's just shifty. He found some herbs, said they would keep the hunger at bay. Shouldn't have listened, but the others thought it was a good idea. But what did he call it? Ash vine? Rash vine. Doesn't matter, you can't live off vegetables. Real men need real meat to keep the blood up and the humor circulating. Humors. Good thing we decided to rest feeling dizzy from the lack of proper food. The writing trails off. Oh no, is rash vine a hallucinogen, or does it give you diarrhea? Food poisoning. That's just sad. I guess it's poison. I think it's poison because he was just lying there. Poor him. Oh no, I didn't know rash vine was that dangerous. I'm not gonna eat it. It's used in potions, right? Scary. Real men need real meat. Well, real humans need real meat in general, but of course that is something, you know, of course the vegans will negate that, and that's okay. Everyone has a different opinion on things. We have to deal with Chevalier Auguste. I guess so. Now we can get rid of all the leaders of the Freemen. We've gotten rid of Gordian, the mage, and the Exalted Plains. And... oh, can I not go through that? No. And, Silent Hill 2, I thought I could go through that. We've also gotten rid of Maleficent. Oh, it's on the other side. As well as Duhame, so we only have... Auguste here. Dun, dun, dun. What is hiding inside this this shed? No, it's outside the shed, I guess. Oh, that's also barred. What? Okay, do we get some sort of entrance here? Do we have some sort of entrance, rather? John says, have you upgraded any bombs like Beeson and Teven Fire? I think I've upgraded a few, tonics, rather. They weren't bombs yet, sadly. Also, if you haven't seen my post on my socials, this will be my last stream for this year. My last stream in a long time. But as always, as you can expect from bunnhop, from your previous experiences with bunnhop, we always come back. Scribbled notes, get your men out on the roads and hunt down those Inquisition bastards. We're losing the Emerald Graves. Have you forgotten what we're fighting for? Everything we do for our future and for Orlais. Oh no. Poor Freeman. Scribbled notes, an unsigned message. Villa Maurel's taken. Maleficent's gone. We're losing our grip. What now? The men are starting to balk, talking about giving up. Sorry, guys, but that's what happens when you're not on our side. When you chose the wrong side. That's just what happens. But thank you for the tip, John. I'll do that off stream. I will definitely upgrade potions and bombs and tonics. I don't usually use them. Mia says, oh no, we'll miss you. I hope you have a nice break. Thank you. I hope you have an enjoyable rest of your holidays as well. Scribbled notes, when Samson? Like, Samson? Him? Made this deal. How is he related to this? We promised you the Dales. If you could hold them and keep the roads open for our supplies. Too difficult a concept to grasp, I see. Enough of your fumbling. The Red Templars will deal with the Inquisition. Knight Captain Carroll. Okay, so Knight Captain Carroll was the C in all the letters that we found in Villa Maurel. So Samson made this deal. The guy from Dragon Age 2. Unless it's a different Samson. But I don't think Dragon Age reuses the same name for characters. So it could be the same Samson. A Dalish band. It's just like that Regina Spektor song. Samson got up, I don't know the lyrics. With not much hair left on his head, he ate a slice of Wonder Bread and went right back to bed. That was an older song. That was a long time ago. The Perendale War. Not many people take the road west into Perendale for the sake of pleasure. Few living things inhabit the rocky countryside, save for silver miners, wyverns, and an astoundingly pugnacious breed of mountain goat. That's sad. In far-off days, the mountains around the city were full of dragons, and perhaps this was what first brought it to the attention of the Pentagast kings. Shout out to Cassandra. Certainly, it was not the goats. Although the region has belonged to Navarra since the late Blessed Age, travelers here will find much that reminds them of a provincial Orlesian town. A great carving depicting the lion slaying the dragons adorns Perendale's gate, and many Orlesian lords decorate lions. Orlesian lions decorate the city's buildings, and there are still many citizens who cling to the hope that the Empress will restore the city to the Empire. Historians mostly agree that it was not the dragons nor the silver, and certainly not the goats that began centuries of warfare between Orlais and Navarra. It was Emperor Etienne Valmont, and the Pentagasts. In 782 Storm, the Pentagast family, fresh on the throne again for the first time in generations and eager to build up the alliances lost by the Van Markham dynasty, approached the emperor to solidify a peace treaty through marriage. The emperor, who was under great pressure to produce an heir, set aside his empress of 17 years and wed Princess Soteria Pentagast. That reminds me of isn't that familiar? You know, British monarchy. Theoretically cementing, like a long time ago, theoretically cementing a promise of peace and cooperation between Navarra and Orlais. Promises are hard to keep. By 797 Storm, Soteria was still childless, and the emperor sent her to a cloister so that he might marry his mistress. As anyone other than Etienne might have predicted, the Navarrans took this poorly. Angry letters arrived in the imperial palace by the cartload. A small war party of Pentagast rode into Orlais and reclaimed Princess Soteria. But the Navarrans did not take military action yet. They were strategists and knew to bide their time. In 846 Blessed, while most of the Orlesian army was committed to a war in Ferelden, the Pentagasts began their war against Orlais. The Orlesians rallied a defense and drove the Navarrans from Ghislaine and Arlesans, but at the cost of much of their northern territory. Perendale was lost and never recovered, a lingering sign that peace between two nations was impossible. Okay, so Perendale used to be an Orlesian city or territory, but now belongs to Navarra. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, Travels of a Trendy Scholar by Brother Genetivi. Still can't believe Brother Genetivi wrote an entire chapter on sexuality. It doesn't feel like it's his vibe. It doesn't match his vibe. Orlais heraldry and symbolism. This book offers a comprehensive look of the well-known noble bloodlines of Orlais. Of interest are a few lines in the entry on the house of Lemarque, another thing for Fairbanks. Ami Lemarque established this ancient house in the time of Emperor Cordelius Dracon, who, if we remember correctly, established a chantry. Sadly, the bloodline ended with Lord Guiraud Lemarque, who disowned his only daughter Bernice. The shield of Lemarque bears a falcon volant on a field of sky blue and gold. The house's motto is "To the sun on blessed wings." Alright. Great. We've got another proof that Fairbanks is a noble, or has noble ancestry. John says, now Rose, please don't block me, but Velgar also has the bees. Chuckled when I found out that they copied that mechanic. Oh, interesting. I see. Ooh, nice. What a nice banner. There's still something to find here, I guess. But again, from the other side. Oh, okay. But did those people respawn?
What manner of knight are you? You know nothing.
You're right, Cassandra. Yeah, we'll definitely miss seeing everyone on the chat because it might take us a while to go back to streaming. But I do love streaming. I enjoy it. Oh hey, it's Chevalier Auguste. He is huge. Why are these men big? They're not Avar. They're just huge. Were they consuming red rain? That's just so weird. Is it just because they're bosses? Can you please stop talking? Let righteousness be our shield! Yeah, but as I was saying, I do enjoy streaming, especially games that I love. So that's something I always come back to.
That's one way to solve the problem.
Indeed, my brother. A mysterious chateau sketch, the whale. 162 DPS, 160 damage, plus 23% guard damage bonus, plus 3 strength on hit, gain 2 guard, only for warriors. Ooh, okay. I guess there's some sort of a treasure. Some sort of treasure hiding somewhere here. We have now gotten rid of all the leaders of the Freemen, the Dales, I think. So I'm quite happy about that. Mia asks, you'll still leave the previous streams up though, right? I didn't get to see some of the earlier streams before. Yeah, no problem. Of course I will. They're always up. There will always be VODs, video on demand, up on YouTube. Sarah got some messages. Philida, I hope you are well and adjusting. This is now your home. The Imperial Army did not appreciate you. Your Empress used you for her own purposes. Forget her. Remember, you are no deserter. You are free. Your friend, Sir Auguste. It's interesting to know that they were recruiting members from both sides of the war. Excuse me, Dorian. This is such a weird headquarters, though. Sarah Goss messages, August, might I remind you, none of us really understand these heathen etchings? We're going as fast as we can. I would add that some of the men are uneasy about the whole thing. You know the stories of elven curses? This weapon you believe hidden here better be worth it, Gale. Okay, there seems to be a weapon hidden here. We've got a mosaic piece. And is that a loot? Is it outside? What are we looking for? Oh, it's on this side. Oh, another bottle of Thetis? No, I guess not. Dun, dun, dun. So please feel free to catch up if you'd like. And watch our VODs. I'm just opening all these doors. It's another one of those bottles of Thetis absence. I'm aware of how to spell it. This bottling reflects my wish that the current crop of beheaded self-styled cats would disappear. I preferred Lafay Vert as a spirit, not affectation. Distiller Emeritus Gavon. I don't understand that statement. But oh well. Alright. Let's do a few more before we end the stream. Morbius of Krell on YouTube says, hello, how are you? How do you like the game? I remember playing it back in the day. welcome to our stream. Oh, there's some loot here. I'm good. How about you? Oh, I'm still angry on my PNG tuber model is still angry. It's because of that constant I don't know, like dialogue from one of the Freemen that we, you know, that we had an argument. Not an argument, a spat with. They lost their lives though. What do you call that? We bested them in combat. That's what happened. I wonder if it was August himself who was like just saying something about righteousness. Oh well. I love Inquisition Morbius. It's my second favorite game of all time. Oh, it is woe. My Robert died last week, victim to men who once wore the colors of our beloved Empress. See? The Freemen are, or they were really bad. Because the Freemen are no more. We disposed of them. His remains were burned as our chantry bids, and his last wish was to have his ashes scattered on the plateau that overlooks the Great Wood. But brigands and traitors have taken these woods, and I cannot fulfill his wish. This is as far as I go, but there are good-hearted souls in this world, and I pray the Maker sends us one who may journey where I cannot. Andraste will look well upon one who hears a widow's plea. With broken heart, widow Karen. I feel bad for that widow. The Freeman attacked his husband, probably for no reason as well. Andraste's path was difficult, as was ours, but we did not falter, as she did not, and we will be rewarded just as she was. From a sermon given by Sister Amity at the conclusion of the Exalted March of the Dales. One of those weirdos. From the chantry. Okay, I was looking for the giants, hence the title of the current stream. Of our stream today. I was looking for the giants, but I'm not sure where they are. Are they in the Emerald Graves or in Priest de Leon? I can't remember. So I might have titled this stream incorrectly. My apologies for that. Morbius of Kraus says I love this game because there's no— oh, okay. I wish you had other reasons to love this game instead. There's so many reasons, great reasons to love this game. Romance, for example. What else is there? I mean, combat might be fun for a lot of people. The story is interesting. Very interesting. This guy's just flying everywhere. Plus Faydrift.
Am I to understand your Bianca is married?
That's none of your business, Cassandra.
We've reached the stage where we gossip about each other's love lives.
It was a simple question, Varric.
There was nothing simple about it.
Yeah, that's a bit too personal, Cassandra. I don't approve of that. It's like we're in the Winter Palace already with the song. White Shadow. White Shadow. I camped beneath a large stone statue of a wolf not far off the road. With the calm eyes of the great beast watching over me, I slept like a babe in arms. Aw, what is this Fenhurrell watching over you? I wouldn't feel that way either. For my journey through the Dales by Lord Horace Medford, quote-unquote, adventure. I'm so excited for the Winter Palace, but at the same time, as I said, this will be our last stream for the year. And then, also, it is quite a challenging quest. There are things to do. There are so many things to do, and some of them are timed. Okay, I'm not gonna bother with these Red Templars. I'll just run away. I've faced a lot of Red Templars already this stream. I just want to move on to the northern side of the map. Oh, I wonder if there's another way to get up there. Let's try our best to find it. Let's just go around to see. Oh, the Lion's Pavilion. Oh, I love everything Orlesian except for how snobbish, how much of a snob their nobles are. And also the game, you know, the game. Ooh, I love the song too, it's so magical. Okay, second wave. By the way, how did you guys celebrate? If you do celebrate Turkey Day, aka Thanksgiving? How was your celebration? Or if you don't, did you spend some time with family or friends? Or alone? For us, it was fun. I made a mistake. I celebrated, like I thought, I really had thought that that Wednesday was the 28th, but it was actually just the 27th, so it was exhausting. We prepared food, it was yum. Roasted chicken and some haricot verts and maple glazed roasted fall vegetables, which are quite yum. That was our first time making all these superbly delicious meals, food. But as with anything I try for the first time, I managed to successfully, you know, make it. I'm pretty good with following recipes. That's one reason. I'm pretty good at following recipes, so I usually don't mess up. The Diary of Troilus Urtubis. I don't know how to pronounce this name. The Great Mission, Day 1, arrived in the Emerald Graves and located the first instance of the Menace. Set up an observation area close by. This will allow for undisrupted study of the phenomenon. The Great Mission, Day 2. This particular example of the Menace seems far less active than the one in Leeds. It pulsates at a rate of a mere 427 times per hour. The sound of it here is a nagging drone, as opposed to the frantic whistling of the first one in town. What is this guy talking about? As I recall, Sister Euphorbia, what kind of name is that? Described a noise as similar to one heard when forcing air from a leaky bellows. Okay, what is this phenomenon that he is observing? He's trying to observe and study. The Great Mission, Day 5, you ran out of Sister Euphorbia's honey loaves. Still have cheese, but spent yesterday foraging. Spotted another menace through the trees by the river. I can only describe it as quote-unquote stormy. It must be investigated further for the mission to succeed. I must learn all I can. I have to look that up. That sounds interesting. I don't know what he was trying to observe. Is it the giants? Is it the giants? Like the sound of their footsteps? Mia says, I went to a Thanksgiving brunch in Bangkok and it was interesting. How so? Was it not to your standard? Was it kind of weird or different? Were you expecting something else? Haven't been to a Thanksgiving brunch in Bangkok. Have been to a couple of Thanksgiving types of stuff in Japan. Okay, let's go here. Observing the quote-unquote menace. Yeah, as Rose asks, is it at a mall or a hotel? Dun, 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 dun. Thanksgiving is kind of different for us every year. Like when we celebrate Thanksgiving, we don't do it in the traditional sense. We celebrate it just as, you know, like an excuse to eat turkey or roast chicken or cook something festive. So it's not the, you know, the controversial historical reasons behind Thanksgiving. It's just an excuse to have fun, celebrate, and get together and make food. Lots of food. There was a time when we were living in a service apartment that we had Thanksgiving. It was a Thanksgiving dinner at that service apartment, and then there was also a time that we had Thanksgiving, I think it was last year, when we just ordered stuff from a catering. And then this year I decided to cook because of course that's, you know, more economical and at the same time fun. And I'm pretty good when it comes to making food. As long as there's a recipe, I can guarantee you won't you won't regret my cooking. But if I don't have a recipe to follow, I can get creative, but not for big meals like Thanksgiving or Christmas or New Year's Eve dinner. I remember we ran out of gochujang, the Korean spicy seasoning, spicy paste, and then we usually use that for pork, fried pork strips. Pork belly strips, and then I thought that I could just season it just simply with like salt and pepper, paprika and cayenne pepper, and it was amazing. It kind of tasted roasted, even if it was fried. Mia says it was at an actual American barbecue restaurant that I'd never noticed before, even though you've actually probably seen it. It's not far from Central World. Interesting. Yeah, Rose might know the chain because Rose lived in Thailand the longest. So they might know it. Unless it's a new thing. Might know of it. Mia says, I completely understand and agree. Thanksgiving's really just my excuse to eat stuffing, dressing, and cranberry sauce. Oh, yum. I love cranberry sauce. Yum. I love it. Cooking is always fun. Mia says it's called Roadhouse, I believe. It's a Texas Roadhouse. Texas Roadhouse. We've got Texas Roadhouse here as well. Oh, we are approaching 2 hours. Thank you for that. When my cousin came here, we took him to Texas Roadhouse. I hope he had fun. He was quite tired. They went to many different places. I miss my little cousin. I miss my little cousin. We practically grew up together. So. Mia says, I wish it was Texas Roadhouse. I would have been a blessing from the maker. Aww.
Have you heard from any of your Kirkwall associates, Varric?
You're asking me? So you don't read my letters?
You're no longer my prisoner, much as you like to act like it.
Oh.
Yet I still get all the suspicion.
I am not without sympathy, especially given recent events.
Why, Seeker, I would never accuse you of having sympathy. By the way, I tend
That's
to refer
prime
to my
banter right
associates
there.
as friends. Maybe you're not familiar with the concept.
I have a feeling that Cassandra loves to gossip. Wow. A Diary of Trollers Bees. Oh, I don't really know how to... I probably am butchering this guy's name. Sorry about that. The Great Mission Day 6. The quote-unquote stormy menace makes noises like a provoked cat. At intervals of 1 hour 15 minutes, it's surrounded by 4 swirling wraith-like demons. I have named them Primus, Secundus, Tertius, and Dummy. Why not the 4th in Latin? Is this Latin? The first 3 orbit the menace like patrolling guards. Dummy follows, but often pauses and heads in a different direction. Very occasionally, he twirls around like a lost man trying to find his bearings. The Great Mission Day 8. Must be careful. A passing deer drew the attention of Dummy, for once he demonstrated a tremendous purpose. Felt almost proud. That pride was quickly replaced by great distress. Observing what followed, deer should not bend that way. Oh no, what did Dummy do to the deer? Oh no. The Great Mission Day 10, another menace seen farther down the river. It seems it is in its infancy, no demons. I believe I have enough knowledge of the behavior of the menaces to attempt to destroy one. Oh no, please troll us, don't do this. I will attempt this with the nascent menace. Caution is key, please. Also, it's sad because it's a child. I don't even know what he's talking about yet. Is it connected to the rifts? Mia says Cassandra would have loved Wendy Williams. I'm not familiar who that is. I'll have to look that up later. There's another great bear. Texas Roadhouse is fun. It's yummy. I love the bread and the peanuts. The problem is that if you have a peanut allergy, I feel like you wouldn't be safe in that restaurant. You know.
If I recall, owls represent the elven goddess Andru.
That is
Oh,
true.
wait. Is it
It's Angelo, if I'm not mistaken. Dorian. Dirthaman is the god of secrets. But Dorian, well, he wasn't in the Lost Temple of Dirthaman, was he? I can't remember who we took with us. I think it was him. I think it was Dorian. Yeah, it was Dorian last stream. So I'm surprised you forgot Dorian. I'm very surprised and disappointed. I'm just kidding. At least he's trying his best. Search for the second river camp. Here we are. New Villa. I think my goal for this stream is that unfortunately we cannot, it seems as if we cannot fully explore the Emerald Graves. There's still the northeastern part of it. So this might not be my last stream of the year. I could probably stream next week. I don't know, it depends. I'll try my best. Just so we can complete the Emerald Grave, so that when we return to streaming sometime next year, we can immediately do Wicked Hearts and Wicked Mind. You know, the Winter Palace, the Winter Ball, main part. He says, OMG, you mean the warm, slightly sweet Red Bulls, right? Yeah, they taste awesome, don't they? And they also give out free peanuts, if I'm not mistaken. And that could be a hazard to those with peanut allergy. I don't know. Maybe every branch is different. I haven't been to Texas myself, only during a layover, so I haven't been to a US Texas Roadhouse. But hopefully I can one day. I love the bread rolls. Pride Jaden. Come on. Is he done? Yes. Another logging stand for our microphone. Oh, now we can make a better courtyard for Skyhold. Scrap of paper. There once was a sister from Sud, begging alms as a chantry girl should. Though she would take gold or clothes for the cold, she looked first for offers of... Ooh? It seems the logger wasn't able to finish his poem. Ooh, what did she look for? Search for the second river camp. I thought it was this, but maybe not. Okay, let's go south to that camp and oh, here are the giants. I can feel them. Yay! So I wasn't wrong. I wasn't wrong. Emerald Graves has the giants. It wasn't in Priest de Leon. So the the title of this stream is correct after all. I am just gonna try to avoid them for now. We've got Bronto, like a wild bronco. Rose yesterday was like saying wild bronco the entire dinner. Oh my. What a silly little girl. He's such a silly little girl. Oh my. Mr. Fishy VT on Twitch is back. Hello. Hi again, Mr. Fishy. How are you doing this fine Saturday morning, I presume? Ooh, a quarry. Hope it's going well. Thanks, Mr. Fishy. I received a notification sometime this week about your stream. Sorry I wasn't able to make it. I think I was too late when I saw the notification. Sorry. Thank you for coming back and dropping by. Did you manage to celebrate Thanksgiving or some sort of a get-together with family or friends? Oh wow, that is far. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother. Take care of them, friends, for me. Okay, I looked up Wendy Williams, Mia. Oh. She is a host. Oh, the Wendy Williams show. Okay, I think I've heard of that. Mr. Fishy says, it's all good. I don't stream for long. That's alright. I usually do a 2-hour stream. This might be my last stream for the year. Although I might do another just for the sake of completing this map. As you can see, we still have this portion of the map, northeast. So let's see how it goes. Oh. The second river camp is just up ahead. Okay. Okay, this one. Oh no! He didn't make it! A diary of Twalas Urtabes. A final blood-smeared entry written in a shaky scrawl. The great mission. Final test. Learned so much since that first day on that ridge. Thought I knew enough to try to interact with a menace to touch it. This didn't go well. Instruments did nothing. Didn't affect Menace at all. We are all doomed. Just going to lie here for a while. Oh no, I didn't make it. Sorry, Trollas. Oh no. Oh no. That's really sad. This is why you don't interact with things that you don't understand. Like with every, you know, horror movie and all that. It always ends badly when you interact with something you don't understand. Hi, Great Bear. Mia says, lol, she was the queen of gossip. I see. Yeah, that might be true. Cassandra might have loved her. She seems to like gossip.
Make it take you!
Great bear hide. Okay, there is something hidden here. Among the bushes, I presume. Is it among the bushes? Oh no, it's up there. Okay, I've only found one astrarium in the Emerald Graves so far. Are there more? There's usually 3, right? Map of Watcher's Pass. Okay, we found a hidden loot. Hidden treasure. I am going to make space for them. Maybe the accessories. Destroy, destroy, destroy. Okay, so we can get Bianca Arms 4 and a superb belt of health. Alright, I guess, I guess we can do one more thing before we complete. Before we end our stream. Silver spray perch. Okay, I remember this quest. A young woman fell from a great height. Down there, down to the river. Let's read. Betta's travel journal. 7 herring. I don't want to go to Ferelden. I have to leave everything. My paintings, the cat, and worst of all, Mother's little garden. It's been such a comfort to me since her passing. Oh no. I don't know what I'll do, but Lisel has little Ives, I guess, if it's French, to think about, and the war threatens to consume more of Orlais every day. 20 herring. The cat had her kittens the day we left. Make her look after her. I cannot. We couldn't even take a little one for Eve. Even though he begged. They were too small. They would have died without their mother. 4 winter march. I'm so tired. We spotted a house in the forest abandoned. There is a roof and some hay, and Liesel agrees that we can stay here for a day or 2 to recover. Later in winter march, Liesel and Eve have been gone a long time. I haven't seen them in days. Mother made a bed for them upstairs, and I suppose Eve is still young. Young ones need their sleep. It's so good to have Mother with us on this long journey. She always knows what to do. The day it rained. It rained today. Mother and I played a hiding game in the house. I found Liesel. She didn't like it when I found her. She was screaming about Eve. I looked at what I wrote before, and I guess there is an Eve? Oh no! She's hallucinating. I think he's our dog? It's your young brother, if I'm not mistaken. Mother told Liesel to be quiet. She was ruining the game. Waterfall night, Mother says I bore her. She's just sick again, like she was back home. Remember her mother passed, right? I didn't tend to her well then. She got sicker because of me. Not this time. I asked her what she needed. She says there's a waterfall close by and a wild crystal grace shrub growing by its edge. She wants me to get rose hips for her tea. Oh no. Okay, I guess she was possessed by a demon of some sort. This is really sad. Sorry, Betta. She didn't make it. She was even forgetting about Eve and all that. And she totally forgot that her mother was actually, wasn't with her anymore on this earthly plane, or rather, Thadisly plane. I don't know. The world itself is not called Thadis. It's the continent, right?
Captain Ryland has sent supplies from Griffin Wing Keep.
I guess, but you're not letting me open it. Okay, let's go to that camp before we end the stream. Oh, we got some loot here. Oh, it's the same guy. Sorry. Here we are, getting closer to our 4th and final camp here in Emerald Graves. Wait. Okay. That was a hard landing. And that ends our part 35 of our Chill Play Dragon Age Inquisition series. I might do another stream sometime next week just to complete the Emerald Graves and probably Cassandra's main quest as well. Rather, primary companion quest. Thank you all for coming, and I hope that you will enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope that you've got a peaceful and relaxing weekend ahead. Take care, everyone. And if I don't see you until the next time I stream, sometime next year, I hope you enjoy your holidays and your year-end celebration. And I don't know, however you celebrate the coming year, however you plan to welcome the coming year, I hope you enjoy all of them. All of those fun times with friends and family. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Bye.